There we go. Oh my gosh, here we are. We're here. It's halfway through April, a little over halfway through. Four of us just got back from Punta Cana, and I wanted to do an April team call to go over some housekeeping stuff, some new stuff that's coming, just some announcements. And then I wanted to get real, like dialed in to, here comes Danelle. I wanted to get real dialed into what it looks like to be on the road to Cabo. So that is our next incentive trip. It will be exactly 1 year from today. It's the middle of April, so exactly 1 year from today. So this call is going to pack a punch. You're going to want to take screenshots of the slides. You're going to want to take notes. All the things are happening today. This is going to put you on the path. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute and ask the question or jot it in the chat and we will get right to it. So let's just dive in and just talk about what's going on right now. Thumbs up if you can see the team call. Cool. Yes. We have the tropical theme, not the farmland theme. Cabo is obviously very tropical. The resort that we are going to this year is the same resort that we went to for my second year here. It is jaw dropping, incredible. Definitely one of the best trips I've ever been on is when we went to Zivos, whatever. It's in Cabo and it's gorgeous. So here we go. This is what we're going to do today. Again, housekeeping, some announcements. There's some things that I'm going to talk about during housekeeping that you probably don't know, and it's going to really make your life a lot easier to work your business. So I'm really thrilled to share some cool things with you. And then we're going to go over an incentive checklist. We're going to go over what it means to get there, how to get there, and how to keep yourself on track. I'm also going to share with you some incentives from myself and your upline of how you can pace yourself to get to this trip. And then, of course, what to do next, meaning what to invite to, where to go. All right, let's just go into April promos. You probably know that right now for April, we are offering our $10 Youth Radiance C&E beads. If you have not jumped on this gift, make sure you do it for yourself, especially because Mother's Day is coming up. These beads are awesome. They are incredible. They are so potent. I actually put, this is a fun fact. I'm allergic to vitamin C on my face. So for me, if I use vitamin C on my face or anything above my décolleté, I just break out. But I have found a really awesome use for these things, and it's my face below. My neck does not break out, and neither do my hands. So I use these beads for age spots anywhere in my body. Like anytime I see like an age spot, I pop open one of those suckers. It almost looks like you're popping a zit. It's really satisfying to twist it off, and I put it on my hands. And I taught my mom that trick, and now she does the same thing too. These beads are awesome. If you're not allergic to vitamin C, you are very lucky because you could feel the burn. You could feel not a burn, a tingle, because they're so potent. So $10 with any $179 order. I did a call this morning with a new client, and she just wanted two things. She wanted good gut and go, and one other thing. Oh, a 7-day cleanse. But what I wanted to do was make sure that she knew that this promo was available. So I wasn't just going to stop and be like, okay, cool, I'll put your order through and then just go about my day. I said, okay, well, is there anything else that you're struggling with day to day, right? Is there anything else going on that I need to know? And she's like, well, and she kept going. And then I just said, okay, is there anything else? Because you were $50 away from a $104 gift for $10 because these are $104 in retail price, $90 for member. If you're a director, they're $78. Still, to get those for $10, it's huge. Well, so we kept talking. I kept helping her. And by the end of it, she got her beads and a whole slew of other incredible things to introduce into her routine. So there it is, C&E, only $10 when you add to your cart. You have to make sure you add it into your cart. It's not going to just pop up magically. So you just type in Youth Radiance, it'll populate in the cart, and then it'll change to $10. Moving on. April updates continue. This is so cool, you guys. I don't know if you use keyboards on your iPhone or your whatever phone you might have, but they are a game changer for your business. What you do is if you're looking at your like a text, bottom left, you'll see a globe. And when I click that globe, because I've already added the Shackley keyboard, I get everything on the Shackley website. I get access to sending anything that I want to from my keyboard. Meology quiz, ready set wellness bundle, links, like all the things. You even can record a little video, save it into your Shackley Share app, and pop it into your new clients, your current clients, your new ambassadors, your current ambassadors. It is so freaking cool. So what you do, we'll pop back to that page in just a second. Here's how you do it. If you want a screenshot, this is exactly what you do to enable the keyboard settings. It's very simple. Just those steps will get you. That's exactly what I did. It's awesome. I know. Kelly's like, wow, it's so cool. So you have to make sure this is in the Shackley Share app, not the Shackley Connect app. The Connect app is actually where you run your business. The Share app is kind of the tools for success, all sorts of resources. But again, I highly suggest you utilize in the Shackley Share app, you can add a video. And this helps to get your wiggles out too. I highly suggest you record a video to your first customer, your next customer, your future clients, whoever it is, like just a 30-second like pump up, like welcome to the crew. You are in such good hands. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm cheering you on. Something like that. People love video. And I'll be the first to tell you, I can't stand voice memos. So if I were to get a voice memo from you, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to listen to it. I'm going to read the transcript. But if you sent me a video, heck yeah, I'm going to watch it because it has your face in it. All right. So that's a cool little add-on. Other than that, the Shackley keyboard is amazing for meology quizzes, links, resources, tons of stuff. Okay, Shackley TV is currently being revamped, which means if you have any links saved, like in any newsletters that you send, in your bios on Instagram, you're going to want to go and change out those links because they'll be changing as of tomorrow, April 18th. Shackley TV is it's part of the Shackley Share app. It's under tools. It's educational, it's tutorials, it's a whole slew of training. It's awesome. But because people were looking at it that weren't a part of our field, we now have enabled a password for access to this. And here is the password. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste it into the chat. And then you're going to copy and paste it into your notes section. I'm assuming you have a note section for your Shackley business. And that's where you will save that. And I will even send you the temporary. This is what it looks like right now, or this is what it'll look like tomorrow. We can click on it just to see. Do you see my screen? Do you see Welcome to Shackley TV? Laura? Because you're on, yeah, okay, perfect. So this is what it looks like. And this is all the videos. You're going to get things on Vivix. I mean, every single product that marketing has put together something for. Tons of stuff. Okay, let's get out of that. All right, so that's all the news that's fit to print as far as like resources, websites. Let's get down to the reason why you're here. Okay, how to get to Cabo. Here we are. This was our first night. All of our incentive trips are pretty much come and enjoy, meaning you're not gonna, feel like you have to like work, go to meetings, do all those things, unless of course you want to. They are all included, meaning when you show up, you get to libate, enjoy, eat, do all the things. That's all included. Your airfare is also included, which is something that 99% of other companies do not do. So that's pretty cool. You'll get an Amex concierge who will book your flights for you. It's awesome. It's really special. So this is the first night, and the first night or the welcome night, there's a welcome dinner, and everyone goes to the welcome dinner. And Jeff Hill, who's our president, usually puts that on. Roger says a few words. He walks around and takes photos with everyone, chats with everyone. Everyone's just all together. Corporate is just intermingling with everybody. There's so much hugs and excitement. It's pretty awesome. So there's always a theme for us on the first night. And we did like red and pink flavors for our first night. So that's why we look like we are very matchy. It worked out very well. Our husbands will also wore red and pink. I'm kidding. That is a joke, but that would be really fun. So how to get to Cabo? Here's what you got to do. Elite points is how it happens. Okay. And points are simply just working your business. You gain points by helping others. That's why you're here. That's what this business is all about. But before you help others, of course, you have to help yourself. So that is like the first name of the game, is making sure that you are taking care of yourself and utilizing everything in our catalog that can help make your day better, that can help level up your wellness. And so as long as you are doing those things and you are honoring your body and you are sharing those things with your community, you are going to help increase your income and gather more points for the trip. So 4 tiers for the trip. Okay. We break it down into elite tiers. The first one is bronze. And that is getting that is getting you on the trip fully paid for with your airfare. Now, of course, if you would like to add your spouse, you simply would pay for his airfare and have you have the option to pay for him to come. I know exactly how much it costs because I paid for my 2 children to come. And I believe it's $1,000 total for an adult. So if you earn bronze, that's incredible. If you want to come by yourself, you come and you soak up your vacation with your team. If you want to bring your husband along, then it's what? I'm assuming $1,500 for a week vacation between airfare and his hotel. It will include all his food, all his libations, all the fun. So that's exciting. So we need 250 points to get to bronze. Seems very, very daunting and scary to think of 200 points, but we have 9 months to do it. Okay. So we're going to break it down into bite-sized chunks. Silver is the next one, and that's where you get to bring you and a guest. All right. And then the swag just keeps getting more and more. Bronze, you're still going to get gifts. Silver, you're going to get more gifts. Gold, you're going to get lots of gifts. Platinum, they're throwing gifts at you. This is my 4th year being platinum, and I don't think I can fit any more Shackley things and gifts in my house. It's very exciting. They actually sent me flowers as a welcome back home from the trip. Farm Girl flowers, which Megan got from when she hit director. That's so special. They never leave anything on the table. They just shower you with incredible gifts. So let's talk about what it looks like to be on the leaderboard as of today. April 17th, here is your leaderboard for people who are already off to the races for 2025. So you can see Shelby and Teresa and Amber, they're already on the board. Most of them are right at that 40 point. Desiree and Lisa and Kirsten are 50 to 75 points. If anyone is on your team on this, I would screenshot it and send it to them if they aren't live on this call so they can be celebrated. Courtney with 107 points. And then insert all of the confetti for Miss Megan and myself, who have already earned the trip for 1, which means we are just breezing right past that. We'll clap. And then we're on our way, right, Megan? We're on our way to silver and gold and all the things. Mhm. So you're thinking, I want this. I want to be on that trip. I really I want to be a part of this team. I want to help make a difference. I want to earn income. I want to feel good. I want all the things. We all want all the things. So you got to ask yourself these three questions right now. Are you willing to commit to the work? This doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't something that just one day you're going to wake up and be like, "Oh my gosh, I've almost earned the trip." It's definitely something that has a little bit of strategy involved, but 10 more times of heart. This takes heart and dedication. Are you willing to make the time? You're not going to wake up tomorrow and be like, I accidentally have 2 hours of free time today to work my business. You have to set the time and the hours. You have to set business hours per week. You have to use a calendar. You have to nominate yourself as your own boss by saying, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm dedicating 2 hours from 12 to 2 before I pick up the kids, before the craziness of sports starts. And those are the times that I'm going to work my business, not scroll through Facebook and think of ideas for content, but genuinely work my business to show up for others and to help others. Are you willing to stick out when it gets hard? Stick with it when it gets hard. Stick it out when it gets hard. It's going to get hard. It's probably going to get hard tomorrow. Okay. Hard is a good thing. Why do we shy away from hard so much? Our brain is designed to protect us from doing anything that's uncomfortable. The brain doesn't want to feel any discomfort. It wants to conserve energy. So you will 9 times out of 10 talk yourself out of doing anything that feels uncomfortable. You have to flip the script. You have to tell yourself a different story and you have to shut up that ego, right? The ego is not your ego. It's your true self that we should live with, right? Okay. Here we go. If you answered yes to those questions, then you're ready. Okay. You're ready to rock and you're ready to dive in. I would write down next on your note section is schedule time to work in April, right? So give yourself these next 14 days and schedule the time. That's your first step, is to schedule the time, because it doesn't just happen by accident. All right, the road to director. So in order to be on the trip, you have to be a qualified director. You're going to have lots of time to qualify for director, meaning you don't have to have already qualified by December 2025. We just have to get you to your first month of director. And then if you need to qualify into 2026, I will go to bat for you. I'm telling you, if you have answered yes to those questions, and I know and I see the dedication, I will go to bat for every single person on my team who I know has dedicated their time to this business. If you are this close to something, I'm going to be on the phone with the VP or the president. Okay. So just know that. Just know that you go out swinging for the fences and you come up a little bit short, I'm going to help push you over the edge. But if you're like, I don't even think I could get close to the fence, and then I'm not going to go all in for you either. You've got to go in all in for yourself first, and then I'll go to bat for you all day long. So directors, 2000 in volume, no matter how you slice it. Okay. It's 500 in customer volume and it's 75 in active volume, meaning 75 a volume of your own personal orders or 75 of a brand new customer. 500 in customer volume is pretty plain as day, and 2000 in volume overall. The coolest thing about striving to hit director is not only is it going to get you closer to Cabo, it's going to earn you $500. Right now, there's a $500 bonus for being a qualified director. So this is the perfect call to be on. This is the perfect time to be here. This is the perfect time to be inviting and sharing the news about this business, because they're throwing everything at us right now. Take it. Let's go after it together. Here it is, right? Believe and you are halfway there. right? The belief part is 1,000 in volume. Just say it. Literally, just believing that you can do this is worth its weight in volume. $500 bonus for helping people. When I talk about money, I get really weird about it because if money is at the top of the reason for being here, it's going to be the first reason why you fail. Being here is because you really, truly want to help others. You have to have that giver's heart, that giver's mindset first and foremost, and then the floodgates of gifts come back to you. So flip the script. If you're like, I want to earn the trip, I need to make more money. Your next level should say, I'm going to quit after next week. I've been doing this for 12 years now, and that's exactly how it happens when people are like so desperate for money. That's how it goes. But if you're like, I want to serve, I want to help my community, I want to level up my own health, I'm here to give, the fifth one is wild. Let me be proof. Wild. I have made $500,000 at Shackley. Does that make your jaw drop? Because it makes my jaw drop. That's bananas. That's wildly bananas to me. Because I truly, truly, my feet hit the floor each day to give. And you know what's crazy is that the effort that I put forth to make that kind of money is the same effort I put forth to make $500 a month. It is the same effort. It's just consistency and wanting to give more. Okay. The road to Cabo, we already know. You are getting to 250 points. You write that down on your paper and you circle it as many times as you have to make sure you remember. 250 points is the goal. Here is your tracker. Let's see. Let's break it down. So you're going to be able to see all of the points needed, for each tier. And then you're going to see what you need in all these different brackets. You're going to be given points for Success Club, Star Club. Sorry, it's called Success Club at Beachbody. Old habits die hard. Star Club. For every 3 people that you help with a $500 order, you're going to be given 10 elite points. That's a lot, 10 elite points. All right. For every brand new ambassador, whether it's an upgrade of somebody who upgraded because they're loving their products, whether it's your sister who's like, I see what you're doing, let's lock arms and do this together, you're going to be given 5 points for that. All right. Every time you have a repeat customer that joins you in 2025, you're going to be given 2 points for that, which is pretty awesome. Every time you help an ambassador hit $500 in sales, at any rate, in any time, doesn't have to be in a month, just any $500. You'll see the leaderboard in your back office where it'll say like where your ambassadors are at. It could take them 5 months to hit $500 in sales, and you're still going to get 15 points from that. That adds up real quick. All right, so let's move on. You're going to be given points every time you rank advance. And since you already know that you have to be a director to get to Cabo, there's points right there. Just a given, because nobody here on this call has perfectly qualified for director. So there's 30 points. You're going to be given activity points. Every time you have a loyalty order in your own personal account, you're going to get 1 point. Anytime you have 30 meology assessments, you're going to get 5 points. I think you can do that twice. Yes, you can do that twice. So send those meology quizzes. Get your family to take your meology quiz. Gosh darn it. Like, get the points. Get the low-hanging fruit first to watch that leaderboard go up. Coming with us to Chicago, that's 15 points. That right there, you already know, is a write-off for your business. For those ladies who just wrote really big checks for their taxes, like me. 15 points for attending Summit. Live and in-person events is what helps your business grow. Anytime I take somebody on a conference trip or a incentive trip, their business starts to boom. Guaranteed. It's like foolproof. It's like literal science. You show up to an event, you go all in even more, your income raises, your rank raises. All right. So there's 15 points plus having people take your meology quiz. There's 20. You're going to get activity points for your own orders, which if you do that for all 9 months, that's another 9 points, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There's 30 points right there. And you haven't even worked yet. You just want to show up to things and you want to increase your own wellness. Once you earn all the quarterly incentives, you get 50 points for that. So there was a handful of people that earned the walking pad. If you earned the walking pad and then the next quarterly incentives, you get an additional $50, 50 points. There you go, Megan. I see you writing that down. Now you know you can't miss the quarterly incentive. All right. So this tracker is available in the tools section or in our back office. It's really fun. I don't know if you're a pen to paper kind of girl, but it's really satisfying checking things off and then pasting it, wherever you work your business and seeing it each day. There's power in that for sure. Let's look at some examples. All right, let's get you to bronze. All right, let's do some math. Let me get out my trusty calculator here. So, easy day. You need 12 star clubs. 12 in 9 months. Well, all right, 9. It's less than 2 per month. Help 3 people every single month. All right? Keep working your business. Hit Star Club. Non-negotiable, at least 1 Star Club every month. Earn all 4 quarterly incentives. This applies to Megan. Enroll 3 new ambassadors. There's 15 points. 3 people in 9 months. For those of you who answered yes to committing to this, 3 new ambassadors is kind of wimpy. Help 1 new ambassador get to 500 in sales in their first 3 months. Have at least 12 2+ orders delivered on loyalty from new people. That was that retention thing I talked about. When they reorder again, you get 2 points. Have your own loyalty order and go to conference. That's just an example of how to get there. You divide that math up however you need to. Does anyone have any questions before I go on? Whether you want to unmute or go to the chat, I'm here. There are so many ways to cut this cookie. It's actually kind of fun to figure it out. Trying to figure out how to get to 1,000 for platinum is a crazy experience for me. But every year in January, I sit down and I map it all out. So I don't feel like I'm scared towards the end. I just say, okay, this is methodical. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to go help the people. That sentence is from Miles when he was 3. When Michael was in Iraq with Special Forces, he used to say, we were putting his pull-ups on, and he would stand on the counter and he would say, Daddy is just going and he's helping the people. And it just stuck. Help the people. Here we go. All right. So option 1, step 1. I love a good list. Make a plan. How are we going to get there? We're going to get there by having a pop-up party. You're going to contact your upline after you're done with this call, and you're going to say, I want to do a pop-up party. You could call it whatever you want. Some people call it a launch party. Some people call it a webinar. Call it whatever you want. But you've got to put your face and somebody who's been doing this for a little bit longer in front of the people. You've got to do that. Otherwise, you're going to be spinning your wheels, sliding into people's DMs, doing things slippery like 99% of the other people in network marketing. Have an event. Doesn't have to be at your house. I use Zoom for all of my pop-up parties because I live out in the middle of nowhere with donkeys. Just kidding, no donkeys. Find a buddy, find your upline. Always remember that two is better than one. So if you're trying to do this on your own and you're like, I got this, I guarantee you, you don't. Only because there are a few things, there are a few tricks that we've got up our sleeve that we are willing to share with you. So yes, you're going to get to take the reins. Yes, you could have as much responsibility for this event that you want, but you're going to want to keep some simple rails. You're going to execute the pop-up party. You're going to have an invite list and you're going to follow up and you're going to close. What's cool about being a part of this team is if you have an event, whether it's in person or virtual, corporate is going to deliver you the opportunity to send free gifts for new people that join you. So Megan and I and Desiree had an event before I left for Punta Cana. That YouTube, that recording, I've never had somebody watch a YouTube that's private so many times from that call, Megan. That YouTube is not public. It's private. You have to get the link and you have to watch it. It has 400 views. We did an event virtually, and it was all about the Ready Set Wellness Bundle. Megan and I shared our day to day. We shared what we use, why we use it, and we tied it all into how we started with three things: Meology, Life Shake, and the 7-day cleanse. And then at the end, we explained the value, right? You have to make sure people see the value. And then we said we understand that it's hard to pull the trigger. So we are able to give you a $50 gift of choice. So as long as you have an event, reach out to me or your upline and we'll get you squared away with what you think your niche would appreciate as a free gift. When it comes to following up and closing, I highly suggest if you have not been in this space for a long time, utilize your upline for help. Just as you get your first few under your belt, even if you feel like you know totally what you're doing, I would screenshot some things and be like, am I on the right path? Because sharing wellness and bringing people onto your into your family and recruiting and all that kind of stuff, we want to make sure you're doing it differently than the regular network marketer, very differently. So help with follow up and close is always here. So option 2, make the scary list and start building your stories. You have so many stories. There's a story happening right here. You're showing up to work right now. Like, you should be filming yourself on this call. This is work. Showing up to this is investing in your business. Sharing that with people is powerful because you know what they're doing? They're waiting for you to quit. They're not waiting to celebrate you. They're waiting for you to quit. They're waiting to scroll and for you to stop doing what you're doing. And they're like, oh, I knew it. Another network marketer who quit, didn't work for her. Flip the script. So I show up to social media just to share stories. I share stories online. I show up in my real life outside of social media to still share my story. I get to share stories with women that I'm sitting next to at jujitsu. One of my ambassadors I met at jujitsu, and I just have learned the art of casually connecting and building rapport in person, and it just takes time and a little bit of consistency to do that. And I have 10 clients at my kids' jujitsu, and it all happened very organically. Show up every day, even when you don't want to. That's the real key to this business. Not every day do I wake up and say, I can't wait to put my face on social media, or I can't wait to sit down and tell my story. That doesn't happen every day, but every day I find a way. Invite, invite, invite. If you don't invite to anything, no one knows what to do. So you've got to have something to invite to. So I'm going to give you a couple things to invite to right now. Right now, it's April 17th. You have plenty of time to invite, and by plenty, I mean 2 to 3 days, to invite to our April 28th spring cleaning event, 7-day cleanse or 5-day reset. This is like when you wrote down those dates to work, this is what you're working on. You're working on inviting the people who you love the most. Laura, on April 28th, I'm clearing the cobwebs. I'm resetting my hormones and I'm balancing my hormones and resetting my factory settings. That's redundant. Do it with me. Let's hold each other accountable. That's somebody who you love, right? That's such an organic message because what they're going to get after they're done with the 5-day reset or the 7-day cleanse is pretty epic. And then what you get back is, oh my gosh, Laura, thank you so much for reaching out to me. You're doing your closest people such a disservice by not sharing this with them. The list that I told you to write, why on earth would you not write your best friend, your sister, your mom, your dad, like the people who you love the most? It is so silly when I hear people bashing companies because they're like, oh, you have to hound family and friends and sell to, your best friends. And it's such a cult. You guys, you're not selling press-on nails. You're changing the game of people's wellness routines. My mom is off every single prescription drug she's ever been on because of Shaklee vitamins. But if I was too wimpy to tell her what I was up to and to present it in front of her, she would still be taking all those yellow and orange bottles. That's so powerful. You're not selling leggings, right? Do not let yourself believe that this is icky in any way. Everything in our catalog has so much power behind it. I hope that you see that. Here's something else to invite to. On May 1st, we're going to have a business opportunity pop-up party. That was a lot of words. Basically, what these are is an opportunity to come and have an open house. Like, what does this really look like? All right. So Megan and I, as of right now, it's Megan and I doing this call. But if you would like to join forces with us, there's your spot. All you need to do is on our team chat in the next 20 minutes, you're going to reply, I want in on this. And then you're going to send a selfie and it's going to go on our invitation. And I will send you a prompt. You'll be asked 1 to 3 questions well in advance, and you'll prepare those questions. And then when I ask you or Megan asks you that question on the call, you simply just answer organically and upbeat. Okay? May 1st, it'll be in the evening time. And there'll be a call to action. There'll be gifts. This is something that will be incredible to invite to. All right. Let's get you to Cabo. Let's get you to director, but let's break it up into small chunks where you feel like you're pacing yourself, where you're like, I have to hit director in April. All right. So I'm going to help reward you for being on this path. And here it is. In 5 cute little pieces. Your first star club. Show of hands who has hit their first star club since they've joined. I know Kelly, I know Megan has. Laura, I feel like you're real close. Awesome. I know Roseanne has. Hit your first star club and get a Shaklee tumbler. Who doesn't need a Shaklee tumbler or shaker? Okay. In addition to that, you're also going to get our Shaklee Lash Boost Mascara. So that's your first $500. Your first 1,000, which is the rank of associate, it will be celebrated. Hit 1,000, you will be shouted out and recognized for hitting associate. and you're going to get to choose $50 in Shackley product. 1,500 is a $50 gift card to your choice. And then the big $2,000 in rank, 2,000 in PV hitting director. You're going to get that $500 bonus from Shackley and a $100 Lulu gift card from your upline or me. How does that sound? That's some chunks. Some cute chunks. Yay! We're clapping. I love clapping. All right. I hate talking. How are you? Are you all still there?
Woohoo!
Woo! Does anyone want to share anything or have any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Other than just points, is there anything else we have to reach for bronze or silver?
Nope, just director.
Okay, cool.
Yep. When you go, it says senior director for silver, and this is recorded, and I don't mind that this is going to be out there, but because Megan, it's in your first year, you can move past
Okay,
silver by being a director. Yeah. You just have to be a first-time director. So for next year, when you are not a first-time director, you will need to be senior director. But there are still wiggle room around that. So if you stay a director and you still want to be on the trip, there's another path and it's in the form of volume. So we can talk about that later. It's like 25,000 in new customer sales in an entire year.
okay,
But yes, the road to director, to getting to that director rank, unlocks everything. All the
okay.
gifts, all the swag, the trip opportunity, the recognition, the walk on stage at conference, and that $500 bonus. Plus, of course, the commission, the bonuses, all the other stuff. Plus, all of those incredible people that you're helping, like literally get your email, your text messages, and your mailbox ready for all of the thank yous that you get to receive when you help people. That's the greatest gift ever. Anything else, Kel? You need anything? Any questions?
Mm-mm. No.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we take a picture? Let's take a picture. Roseanne, come back on when you're Shackley Green. There she is. Okay, awesome. Before we go, pick up the kids from school. 1, 2, 3. Cute. Oh, my glasses almost match you, Roseanne, here.
So cute.
All right, you guys, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm going to post this in the team page. And then if you want to join forces with us for May 1st, we'll keep the call real short and sweet. Real minimal prep other than inviting, but real powerful during and after. So keep that in mind. And we still have, 14 days in April to heavily invite from now until, gosh, 3 to 4 days for them to get it in time. This is a huge time to cleanse. Right after Easter, Kelly has the most powerful before and afters from the 7-day cleanse. You start using that, put those polls up, get people in. That's like right there.
I was working on a story right before this call
Perfect.
with that like screenshot in it.
Yes. And if you need any push or help in follow up and close, I'm always here. All right. Cheers, ladies. Happy Thursday. See you guys soon. It's on Good Friday and happy Easter. God bless you.
Yes.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.